I see problems have occurred. Oh, I know what happened. Hold on. We're gonna fix this. It's because I'm a dingus. Ah! Why does it see the background? That's the real question. There we go. Sorry about this, I am underprepared. But it wouldn't be a stream for me if I didn't, you know, bollocks right at the start. Hello, everybody. How are you? Oh, it's good to be back. Ah! A stretch. Also. It has been a while, hasn't it? I do apologize for how long it's been. I upgraded my PC a metric ton. And for some reason my brain was just like, and we're done! It's like, no. I want to test to see if I can play video games on the PC. I want to see if I can play them with all of you watching the join-ins. Yes. Yes, I'm yeah. And I woke up today on time, which is rare. Actually, I think I woke up early. I think it was closer to like 7:30. And it took me a little bit to get up. It did. I'm not gonna lie, but I got up. I have coffee. I have food. Gonna be snacking a little bit here and there as we go around. We're going to be running around Eorzea today, which, I mean, you know, not unheard of. However, I have made a lot of progress since the last time I streamed Final Fantasy XIV. I don't remember where we were at the time, and I do apologize for that. I have cleared A Realm Reborn at this point. I am post patches. I beat Ramu, which I think that was the last big thing other than the sparring match to show the kids, look, this is what being an adventurer is like. Yes. And so here we are. I don't know what's up with him. Huh? What the fuck? That is so weird. What is it doing? How was it doing that? What? Oh. Because that one also allowed transparency. We're fixing that. We're going to move the... There we go. I'm going to keep this. I have a little chat safety. The little chat guard in case we need it. I don't think we will. People in this game are ridiculously nice. But you never know. It's good to have it just in case. Oh, yeah, fit check. Behold, I am proud of this. I have many more fits. If my computer can handle streaming this without having a conniption, I might make it a redeem to change classes. I haven't decided yet. forget. Hold on. This is gonna get janky a bit. Ah. There it is. Fixed it. Although I know I need to. I need to fix a couple other issues that that doing that caused. There we go. Ta-da! I couldn't see. Gonna try to shenanigans a lift on the arm. Nah, not quite that far. Fuck. There. That should, in theory, overall fix everything that we have going on, you know? Except I need to... Now I need to move it this way, because... the phone. Flub it. We're doing this in real time. Let's go. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Let's see. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of 3 nations have been deliberately deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats with no single nation that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. I'm sorry, I just woke up. I was like, hey, it worked. It does not. Every time I look up, it's like, oh, are you looking that way? Or that way? I don't understand how it's internalizing something weird. Hold on. I have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, I don't. See, I'm... Jeez. I suppose the biggest crux of this is the fact that I am putting my phone in the absolute worst position for the worst angle instead of just moving it out of the way, which would be the smartest play, I think. We're gonna move you there. Ah, I cracked my neck again. There we go. I am nothing if not scuff. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have been a source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification drawing away. I'm not dumb. I am having trouble. I apologize. I'm sorry. If I'm reading in my head, I have no problem. But for some reason, reading aloud, it's just like, that is not a word. What word is that? I do not know. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation, according to the Scions. Or accorded, sorry, to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Can you say that in smaller words, please? Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. Oh, we're getting to the humbling. I can feel it. Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing our formidable talent. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning grand company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination, it will be Limsa Lomensa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Yay! Excuse me while I grab a bite. I do suppose that having those on at the moment is poor. Yep, let me turn that off. Assuming that my browser will allow me. I swear there used to be a way to just turn it off. Alright, for now, we'll just do that. That's better. That's a lot more manageable. Alright. Ah, okay. So did I get a notification from somebody? No. I just realized I put my phone right where the freaking chat is. I can't see. Let me see. So I want to go to I don't use them. Why do they keep get? Why does the number keep going down? No. It's like, why am I getting, like, repeated pings? Oh, okay, somebody's just being a pest. Speaking of pests, hey, Alphanod! There you are. I was ready to ascend to the bridge. Speak with Admiral. I'm not going to try. When the Admiral and I are finalizing... while the Admiral and I are finalizing promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution. I disagree on that. I think that's a bad plan. Only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it, and you need range into the countryside. Or the upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Al, you're being a dingus. Please stop. You're thinking this is good. You're thinking that this is going to go too well. It's not. He has too much hope for this. It's like, I'm glad that you're having fun, and I'm glad that you think this will end out well, but please. You're supposed to be smart. Use reason. Says I, who also lacks reason in a lot of cases. I am 2 up. There we go. It's like 2 zoomed in. Run. I'm sure I could use the network, but I like Limsa. So we're going to go all the way over here. Hello, Rainer. Master Alphanaut's new organization? Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. It is with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Laminsa must needs receive my full attention. Hold on, this is going to bother me. I'm going to try to fix this. I moved everything. Turn that on. While I'm futzing about. Because now there's only a little bit I can't see, and it's nothing all that important. I can mess with it a bit more over time. Like after stream, I suppose. Because at least for right now, it's not big deal. With the freedom to operate with territorial impunity, I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Dear God. You're a bunch of noobs. Why should we give you Ottoman? You're a bunch of noobs. Tis a blue one. I'll forget that it's there, but I'm gonna have to try to remind myself that it's there. Right track, wrong map. Yep. It's right over there. Instead over here. Oh yeah. Make it rain content. Thanks on. Woo, after I do this, I'm gonna go do cactopods after, or once we get to the airship. We'll send Alpha Nod to the next place, jump on the airship to the saucer real quick. At least the NPCs also know. What the fuck are we sitting like this? Are y'all okay? It is. Game really is having me go everywhere. Real. Well, if it isn't Elise, I'd not forget a venturer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't ye? Formerly the company of heroes. 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. It ain't often I drag my arse out to Libsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare ye these days? You're looking to put together a new crew. Top tier work? Ha. Sounds like a right lark. It does. It does. Old-timey English. Didn't read that. Coffee. I fear that caffeine in your bones. It will be the good juice. It do be. So let me double check what my gears are at this moment. I am glad they added this. I don't remember when it was, but I remember that not being necessary. I have been around off and on in this game since I think Stormblood, but I always end up getting way too distracted with side content to actually, do the part of the job that they're telling me to do. I think I've gotten into Heaven's Ward before, but I've never actually, I was actually skipping cutscenes, so I don't know the actual story, and I don't for the life of me remember. I think there's like one fight I remember after where I'm at now. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. A precursor to an united Eorzean Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldik and Themeles keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. We must tell the boy. No one wants to be part of this club. Airship. There you are, boy. Your recruitment went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folks of Limsa. A member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. Excuse me. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania. Or Gridania. I really can't read, can I? It's fine. I don't need to read. I play card games. At your own pace, I shall await your arrival at Nofix Altar. I'll probably mispronounce that, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not good at reading either way. To the casino, please. I have to get my scratches. I must play the lottery. Let it not be said that I am not above things. Loading. No escape. Ah, it also resets when roulette's due. Boo. I was hoping it was different. We got about an hour and a half. We're done, yeah. Not what I meant. My leg needs a stretch and I wonder if I have a new title. Seeker of Blood. Yes. I seek blood. Hold on.
seats here is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you once more seized the task of recruitment here in Verdania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship to encounter as before. Pictomancy. I am ready to. Part of why I want to get to Heaven's Ward is because I want to have a good. Oh, there's one. Hello. You look bored. Oh God, can it really be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? You don't really. It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patronette. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember you, sure, yeah. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realized. Did I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct? The less said about my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What brings? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts as matters stand? The wood whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Everyone's told you said, I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Well, that's good. I'm glad you found her. Wait. Hello. Nah. Realize. I forget what program it is, but there's one that's got a mouse and keyboard. I could use that right now. For I am on mouse and keyboard. Ooh, wait, retainers. Hold on. Pop. Ooh, you got a metric. That's fine. Hey, you brought paint. No, not quick exploration. Island exploration. Let's go. Ooh, I got material I can sell. I forgot that I have material I can sell. Let's try to do this. that up for sale. Let's see what we're looking at. Yeah. Should be fine. Well, if I could. Oh, there are my friends. I thought things were. Saw that she sold some stuff. There we go. Three things being sold. I have some coins. Because I have been doing some side content. I've been doing some leveling up of other jobs. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. That's fair. I don't disagree with you. Offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I've kept wanting to say organization. It's like, I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has brought upon this land. You have chosen to just sit here and recompense until you die. Neat. Father, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest. There you come back. He gives up on you for good. Terrible sorrow, we were just... Oh, Elise, isn't it? Alright then. It has been some time since our paths crossed outside the Conta Belt lines. Oh, that's probably why. It's been a while. You were barely more than a novice adventurer, but look how far you've come. 'Twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf, and now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of the New Order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen... I gotta try that. Safely home. You cannot expect me to read that. Oh, I'm gonna switch to XPs. Another glam I quite enjoy. I am an easy fan of kind of just this whole design, honestly. Also, I'm very glad I figured out how to change my carbuncle to Ifrit. Look at the spicy potato. Look at the chili pepper. He's doing his best. It's always when I choose to stream that I get like 20 million updates. On Discord, it's like, everybody's here. Everybody. Who's Elise? For my part, the elder seats here was the most amenable to our recruitment, or to our requirements. From a wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety. That much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. I'm not stupid. There's still one thing I remember from this leg of the story. Let's go! It's like, that's right, it wants me to go to the Triple Triad. It's the Ruby Road Exchange, isn't it? I'm probably wrong. I probably went to the exact wrong gate. Yep. Exactly the wrong gate. The husting. I keep reading it as hustling. I think that's why I was like, ah, yes, that must be the market. I swear to God, the merchants in this town will hustle you. If they so get the chance. Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal garden. Let's meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, please. Don't mind me, I just impaled my foot. Whoops. Oh! Nope, go fuck yourself. Wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for the masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm. It sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I know is out there. That's good. Won't let me pick the stairs. Behold, the otters. Landebert. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting it for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Rude. Also, I'm not even 100% sure what. Where are the monies coming from? I'm assuming Alphanot just using his weird, his rich boy allowance. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrum of a neighboring nation. It's going to take me outside. I don't want to go outside. Weavers. I doubt we'll get anybody from here. Oh, especially not Yellowmoon. sorry you wish to recruit me. Is this some new fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Yep, called it. Hello. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Why was that hard? Adama Landama. Blah, blah, blah. It's almost half the sounds I already make. Thank you again for your timely rescue. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones. Less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion Thancred, wasn't it? God damn it. 'Tis new companions you seek. Then your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good. But my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. We should recruit the Blue Mage. God, imagine how much different story would go. Almost 2 hours ago and I'm still tired. Story of my life. Alfanad. My boy. Every time I go to take a bite. Stretching. How fared you, Elise? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. There are those who have risen to the challenge, nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part to the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Elise. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana has graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next steps. You were concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. I can. Yeah. Whoops. Right clicked.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
Oh,
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
real quick, I'm going to check to make sure that I'm hearing. Real quick, I'm going to check to make sure that I'm hearing.
With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Yeah.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
My brain is full stopped. It's like, what was I doing? I was caught up in the cutscene. What? Sultana Sleeps is such a good song, unironically. Like, I think that's what it's called. The night theater. I drank all my coffee and it was not enough. Turn in this and then... If y'all give me a moment, I will also make me some other caffeine. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Elise. I hear this word all the fucking time in this game, and I can't remember how to pronounce it. Antecedent will be relieved to see you free from other duties. Or for other duties. Alright. Before we do this, I'm going to take a chance to stretch my legs. Before, when I was streaming at odd angles, simply because of the fact that I was on console, so I could be away from the desk and have my leg rest up. And I have bad knees. You would think that would mean that sitting proper would work, but no, it's actually surprisingly enough the opposite. Just, I will take a small break here. All of you feel free to also get up, stretch, all of that jazz. I'm going to run a ad while I am doing this, just for those who might peek in, so that they can have peace of mind. I'll see you all in a bit. All right? All right. All right. Hello, I'm back. I have a funny gamer juice with me. Hopefully that will be enough caffeine. Although, honestly, the one I have is old. It's one of the first 10s I bought, and it's the last of what's in it. Probably 3-4 years old. Tis Erd indeed. Not that with my attitude the way it is at the moment, I would need it. Greetings. Alphinaud tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphinaud to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Sure. Heretical harassment. That is the name of the quest. Fascinating, indeed. The one downside to running this on my PC, for whatever reason, loading times. I don't think I've had any frame drops though, so while streaming. So that's really neat. Oh, over there, way out on yonder. Slaffboard. What can I do for you? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrive. It was barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Left more in the shipment we couldn't. Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll of provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mor Dona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Please, pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do. If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed.
Whence did these supplies originate? House Fort Temp. House Fort Temp. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are appraised of this development. Were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortemps? I will be sending them... for the love of... I will send them a missive immediately, of course. But I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain House Harchefant will be glad of your assistance. Dragonhead. Let's fly. Hello. Oh, it's him. Harchefant. Well, if it isn't my fine friend. Would you care for a plate of roast caracul? Some mulled wine? No. Ah, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the bitter cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive to the from Reverend Stoll. I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. Correct. Ooh. Those are neat.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
I am doing good. How are you, Emily?
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have
I'm not dressed for the for Kurth's.
Let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies or her debts.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty chill. It takes me forever to wake up, and I stream right after I like it takes forever for me to wake up proper, so I'm more or less laid back because I'm still kind of waking up. I use a stream to kind of get my brain and mouth going before I have to be at work.
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day.
I have been. Let's see. Streaming probably. I want to say like 7 years or so. Content creation online for about 10. I have a natural ability to just kind of not exist.
This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
Favorite moment of streaming so far? I'm gonna say years back, I was a dingus and I was playing Bloodborne with my friend for the first time. And out of sheer spite for a character's fate in Bloodborne, I created an entire character of my own that has proceeded itself so far into the gears of my brain that that character has become a key part of the D&D campaign that I DM. But his entire creation, or a majority of his creation, was literally on stream, and it was me just letting my brain run. The amount of people that would come in, hear me talking some crazy shit, and just be like, nope. It was fun.
What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity.
There is also, there was a time when I was playing a MMO that not many people actually know of. It's called Secret World Legends. Me and a buddy of mine were playing that game, and some viewers actually found us in the game, and they were like, hey, we see you streaming, have this stuff, and they gave us a bunch of really cool stuff. And I do need to go back to playing that game. It was a fun game. It's very interesting to play a horror game MMO, like cosmic horror. I really should go back to playing that at some point. Eventually.
A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Considering that I'm playing a summoner right now, a warm hearth might do me good. Actually, I might switch to scholar just so I'm better equipped for the cold. Yep. Let's see. Broom. I've had a bad cough since today. Not really since I woke up, but I don't know what's causing it. Probably something I ate went down the wrong pipe. Ah, you are in here. Don't mind me taking a broom up the stairs. She is a witch. But that makes no sense, as I am not lighter than a duck. Is there aught you would ask of me? Pray, speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say. By the fury. But you do seem destined to cross paths with these villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not that what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face. That sounded painful. But the men that we face seem utterly lost in the grips of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your rival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. The patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his facilities, or faculties, I can words, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Broom. This is an urgent matter. What made me decide to become a VTuber? A lot of things. It seemed like a good shift for me. As who can say no to who can resist the ability to just say forget pants for the day. But also, sorry, I'm fixing something on my chair. There we go. But also just the fact that like a lot of the VTubers I saw were having a lot of fun, and while I make a lot of really weird faces and like motions with my hands and stuff, that don't necessarily translate to VTubing, it's nice to be able to, sit back with like a character in front, because my voice sounds better out of a character, if that makes sense. Like my voice is good, and don't get me wrong, I don't hear any complaints about, oh no, you sound weird. Too much, but what is it? Just a lot. There was a lot to it. I was streaming for a long time with my face out, and I wasn't getting anywhere. VTubing had just started, like really catching popularity, and I was like, I'll give it a shot, and then I found out just how nice it is.
You know? I think Gura was the one that really got me going, that looks fun. Kind of is. Rip to the shark. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my luck. I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Ew. None of that. We will have none of it. All right. That's not too far. Whoop. Bum, 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 ba-da-da. Every once in a while, I get the thought that maybe that's why I'm not growing, because I'm not paying for, like, views, but at the same time, it's not my style. I like just hanging out. Fuck, I don't even know what I'd do if I had if I had actual viewers. Or not viewers, you know what I mean? Like, if I actually had, like, a large following. I don't know what I'd freaking do with myself. Ow. How dare you? If I had an actual following, I think my brain would stop. More than it already does, you know? Draw your weapon, foul. Oh, wait. I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Cutscene. I have your fit. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself, come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must be... Got heavy fingers. Every once in a while, they just kind of click.
I could just kind of hit the mouse button, so I need to gotta do this. We have not the men or risk, or we have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twould be best were we to return to White Brim Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillmont. Whee! Off we fly. Don't mind me, I just blew in. It appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail of their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest, that they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Harshaphant of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. All right. Up we go. Nope, we're going the wrong way. This way. End of the snow. I think this is the last dungeon. Like, this is leading us to the, I think, the last dungeon I vaguely remember. It has been years since I've gotten this far in 14. Mainly because I enjoy just doing the side stuff too much. I always end up forgetting to actually do the story. My friend and I, who started at the same time. Oh, I'll tell you after this.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. Confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Before I forget, I started this character alongside two of my friends, one who plays more or less under duress, and then the other one who really enjoys the story. And my friend who really enjoys the story is already at Endwalker, I think, while I am still here because I got very distracted, along with just other things I had to do around the time. All hail the friends who hyper-focus.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Ice Heart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion.
Give me one sec. Speaking of that friend, there's one more piece of information I have about this game. And I'm going to... And it pertains to this character. There we go.
Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
If I could get my body to center, that'd be great. No? Okay. Well,
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll.
that's good.
I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
That was a good read. Okay, so we return to Revenant's Toll. Oh, wrong key. 'Tis good to see you returned to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthus? House Fortemps is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Harshfen for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinaud's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Yes, game. Absolutely. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's kind of neat. full dome. And one that I cannot wear. So yeah, that was probably my best bet. Just for equipment that I might actually have you be able to use. Can't wear. Ooh, snazzy. Ooh. Hat. While you're away in Corthus, preparations for the stretch. Like I said, I use streams to wake up. While you were away in Corthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head to the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Tataru, what's wrong? Sweet potato. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? I feel that. You startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphanod if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-addressed organization, I suppose. We don't need no stinking uniforms. We don't need no stinking uniforms. We got spunk. It's got to place them. All right. Roll the gamba. Who do we get? Ooh, the hand. I'm being carried. Hello! Laurentius, what are you doing up here? Thought it best to meet my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Here, take that. Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Gamba. Doggo. Yu Hase. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. Yes, I agree. How about that? These uniforms are a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. I suppose. Unicorn. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsa Lamensa. Yet, in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on the grander scale. Awesome. Welcome aboard. Here, take this. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Ilberd. I don't believe we've met. I am Ilberd, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Respectable. Have a uniform. Uniforms are a shrewd decision. There's no easier method to create a blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure he meant cohesive unit. It's fine. We're good. Huh. Neat. Hello. Will Red. Little Alamigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll. That this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. Glad you did not say devastation, or I would have my freaking stimmy. Such devastation. This was not my intention. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. That word. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. But la 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 la. Oh, hello. Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Awesome. Nice to have you. Have a shirt. 'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Good. Riol, hello. Hello there, lass. Looking for me? Looking for me, was ye? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amidst all the bustle. Oh ho, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood in my head. Not to worry though, I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Just wear the dang thing. Oh, hello. Has at last retired from the adventurer's life, though I shall miss his wisdom and an irrepressible spirit. I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Good, good. Have this, and join everybody else on everybody else on the path. Ah, yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Whoop. I am excited, as I have already prepared everything for work today. Which means all I have to do is... Which means I have less to concern myself with. I can keep going for another hour. I guess that 2 hours is seemingly short for a streamer, I know, and I do apologize that I tend to stream for short periods, more so than average, you know, like 6 to 8 hour streams or so. I have a full-time job and I work second shift, so I'd like to work first shift, but they will not let me go. They will not. Ever. Yes. Ah, Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Why do I keep drifting like off my body? That's so weird. Alright. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elites can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name of the company? 'Tis I hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Let's go.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made.
Right, I have to hit the button still.
With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
No, seriously, why does it keep doing this? That is getting on my nerves.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed.
Excuse me.
Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Yeah.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Yes, it shall.
Yes, I'm
After this
listening.
mission, though, after I turn this in, it is roulette time.
So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
True.
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima.
Oh.
Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nope.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear.
She tired.
Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Hat. Ah. Oh. Meanwhile, back in the frozen fields. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Ooh, snazzy. Good stonework. Grandpa! Oh god. That is a lot of stormtroopers. That is a lot of stormtroopers. Oh, of course it's you. And the other one. Yay. Let me see. Oh. Not quite the gear I was expecting to be updated, but sure, I'll take that. Now I just need to... 6. There we go. And now we duty. Now we duty the trials. No, not the button I meant to hit. That button. toe. Let me. Actually, it might be a better call to continue the story instead. Rather than do that, I can do that when I get home tonight. Before I settle in for bed. Real quick though, I do apologize for taking another break after only an hour. But I think it's a good chance. I think it's a good chance for us to get up and stretch. You know. Stretch our joints. If you're old like me, get you a drink. I kind of need to get one. I'm already up. I have my caffeine. And we will be back in a bit. I'm going to run another ad while I'm at it, just so that, you know, people who jump in, they don't have to sit through an ad for a while. And yeah. Hello, I am back. Really? We just started and we already have a traitor. Fuck's sake. Hey, Glace. I feel that. The sun is not my friend. I don't even burn. I just go straight to sun poisoning. Well, not straight. I will tan and then sun poison in like couple seconds. The good news is after that, I have a tan that will, like, once that subsides, I'll have a tan that will last like a month or 3. Because the skin's just like, ah! Charizamite, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. Quite correct, Minfilia. That is why I have some Sprite tea. Some nice brisk Sprite tea. It's actually very good. It's very reminiscent of, I can't remember what the drink is. There's like a tea soda thing that I've had once or twice that it really hits close to. I got it on my break. Primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. Then you just need to queue. Queue for Ifrit, beat his ass, send him home, and you'll have nice weather again. Or hear me out on this. You pray to the ice primal. I forget which one that is. I think I'm about to meet them. Consider where I'm at. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphanod, I keep saying Alphanod, but it's Alphano or something like that, isn't it? Yeah, Alphanod did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely.
Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphanod, what has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. Yeah, that's what happens when you're the older sibling. We adopted this problem child. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Or rather, I adopted him. A friend of the channel, Mag, has chosen rather to beat him over the head with a wet noodle at every opportunity. Which is fair. Alphano is a bit of a pain in the neck. Magno! To be fair, at this point in the plot, Alphanod is a fucking pain in the ass. Like, there is no if and or but. He is full of himself, and he does kind of deserve to get smacked in the head with a wet noodle. At least once or twice. Forgive me, for I am also managing things for birthdays to come. My father's birthday is, ironically enough, Father's Day was this past Sunday, and his birthday is this Thursday or so. So we're all getting together next weekend, this coming one, and I am going to be giving him the bottle of Crown that I got. He asked for a specific type of whiskey that he got, but that's $50 and I don't have that at the moment. So I don't know how much it is normally. I got it for $5 on clearance while my store was trying to get rid of it. But it's still good. It's not out of date or nothing. Like, I don't think it could. That will do as a birthday gift. Yes. What is it? And do be concise. I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor, though we are but newly formed. There is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. Fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. Why am I better at reading fast than I am trying to actually read it slowly? That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second in command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance. Oh, yeah. Ilberd, hello.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Right.
That which I'm about to tell you I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Okay.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies.
That's not good.
Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning.
Good.
Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
Ooh, that's kind of neat.
He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Okay.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us.
Okay.
We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Yeah. Godslayer. Or as my title says, Seeker of Blood. I shall have his blood. Take the chocobo. How long would that take? That is the question. I'm curious. Oh, it won't even take me anywhere. Nope, we're good. I was like, if it would work. No. Not if we don't want to waste a million doubloons. As we away. Raban.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Oh.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanaland than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Hey, that's one way to do it.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Well, thank you.
But you, Hilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime.
That's an interesting thought. I'm not sure. I have gotten into Heaven's Ward, but as I've said before, I skipped cutscenes. I don't remember. I think there's like one cutscene.
It does me well to see you again, old friend.
We're on our way to it.
When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Yeah.
business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander. Before I do that, I need to dump some gear. Adventurous skill. Because these knocked gears, like the knocked stuff, is good. No, I don't think it's going to do us a lot of good at the moment. Stuff into the armoire or whatever. Yeah. Because I don't think the ironworks is going to be outdone by the other sets. Let me... set can be stowed. The big problem is I need to take a fair amount of time and melt down because I'd rather desynthesize stuff so that I can have the materials. If I can get a bunch of my classes up to 50, I can consolidate this even more. Alright. Stretch. Yeah. Be right back. I think I hear a knock at the door. So I will be back in a bit.
It was but people that were trying to tell me about the good words. They asked me if I'd heard the good word, and I was like, oh, do you mean bird? Description is important, yes. Yes, absolutely. Well, like, oh no, everybody's here. Also, let me fix that headpiece. Paladin. Alright. There. Hold my paladin. Quite happy with it. Gotta love a combat professional. Ignore the floating sword. Alphino. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. Not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion as Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God's damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Guardians are not wont to retreat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who were afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, for we have not the time. Afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Silent. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Guardians with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Albert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Aliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will appraise you of the situation. Up my voice a bit. Actually, my microphone is at its maximum. I can turn down the volume of the game, though. Bring that down to there. How's that? Yay! Yeah, I have the mic at max, and I put the, because I'm a dingus, I have the desktop audio all the way up there too. It's been a while. I forgot how to balance audio. I still don't know what I'm doing with it, but yeah, you know.
I can move the game audio down more if I have to. So let me know if it's still too loud or not. That's right. Random Gamba. Unicorn. Actually, that reminds me. Let me check my mount guide for... So yeah, it's just picking it right. Good. Behold, my horse. The war crimes I had to commit to get this thing into a fantasy game. Whoop, I went too far. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounded poor Resh, and hauled our way to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurt, I fear that she will no longer survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while our comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. Right. They have a decent party together. Gamba. Hey! Look, Lace. I got you. I trust this is one of your friends. Yep. Hostile presence. Oh no, whatever shall I do? I only slay gods, you idiots. Hello, Resh. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I expect the Garlands will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. You want me to be a problem? Oh, absolutely. Sup? Missed me. Let's defeat the troops that appear in these locations. No Gamba, we're just gonna fast travel. Fast the broom. So who decided that they wanted to try to pick a fight with me? Oh. Missed. Done. Don't mind me just being a problem. You are, not... You are punching way above your weight class, my friend. Good job, though. Whoop! There's the other one. Meow. Hello. Nope. Gonna try. Oh, there's more. Hello. You know, I feel like you guys are going to be a bigger pain in my ass. That was me, big guy. Ow. So how do you like it? Undivided attention. Get wrecked! Have I caused enough of a commotion? Let's get out of here. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot fully express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levalu. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Alright. Let's see who we get. Wolf. Fly. Yeah, this isn't gonna absolutely scare the wildlife. Flying shadow demon wolf. believe we are near the end of stream. Let's turn this in, and then I will be calling it here for today. And I will try to achieve the same magical feat of being able to stream in the morning after work. Because I have to go to work here soon, so... Well, not soon. I got like 2 hours, but I want to be able to take a nap so that I'm more well-rested. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued has rescued. The woman that you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude. Allow me to thank you also. Scion Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require you to accompany me to Coerthus. I have been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You seem to be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. Or you should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Fuck. Out. All right. So, this is where we'll end today. As I said, I will endeavor to return tomorrow at this or a similarly reasonable time. Excuse me. And hopefully we will continue to stream at a more consistent pace. That is my hope and goal as always. And considering that I have gotten into the habit of just kind of playing Final Fantasy in general before work, like in my mornings when I'm waking up, that shouldn't be too hard. I do want to play other games, but I might save that for Mondays if I can remember worth a dang to actually stream that day. I kind of want to get back to like a 5-day stream week, just because that was when I was most capable of keeping my brain on streaming rather than just kind of mindlessly playing games without care. We will see what I can pull off. I shall set reminders on my phone and stuff. So thank you all so much for joining me, especially those of you who have talked in the chat. Thank you very much. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.